good day everybody. Today I want to share with you some gardening tips and knowledge. Well, we all know that if you want to grow a plant, most of the time you will need to have a seed, or at least you must do some stem cutting or grafting, okay, before you can actually propagate the plant. So today I'm going to share with you that you can grow something that you do not need to have a seed, and neither do you need to do stem cutting. Well, what am I going to show it to you is that today we are going to propagate corn plants. Well, corn plants, I think, is a kind of vegetables that people like to eat, especially in salad, in making burgers, or even for Chinese, they like to use it to cook the soup with pork ribs or chicken feet, and that serve a very yummy soup dish. But how can you actually reproduce or grow a corn plant without using the corn seed? Well, there's a very simple method. So what you need to have is actually to have a physical corn, which you can actually get it from the supermarket. Okay, there are different varieties. Some of them are actually white, purple, but the principle is the same. Okay, so all you need is to have a fresh corn. Okay, so as you can see, it's right in front of me. So you just remove all the necessary leaves, the outer leaves, and then you need to prepare a basket or a basin of fresh water, which I've actually done so. Okay, so this is actually a small basin of water, okay, fresh water. So all you need to do is to put the corn into the basin, okay, or the container full of water, and let it rest for a couple of days. So in about 3-4 days on average, you'll notice that some of the small roots will start to emerge. And then in another 1 or 2 more days, you'll see that the little green stem will start to sprout out. Okay, and then in the next couple of 2 or 3 days, the leaves, the true leaves, will appear. But it's very interesting. In about 2 weeks' time, you'll notice that most of the corn that's emerged into the container will have their shoots springing up. So with that, then you can actually plant that corn into a pot of soil or compost, and then let it grow. So I'm going to share with you in time to come what will happen in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, and then how you manage to plant corn using a fresh corn without using any seed that you need to buy from the nursery or supermarket. Okay, so until then, stay tuned, and I will share with you the corn growing up process. Okay, bye. So this is the corn that I was telling you. So I place it in the container filled with water. So it's about 1/4 or 1/3 that the base part of the corn actually is in contact with the water. And then you must make sure that you change the water once in 2-3 days time to avoid the water getting moldy, and also to prevent mosquitoes from breeding. And then after that, you'll notice that there will be some developments over time. Okay, until then, more updates will come later on. Okay, bye. Hi everybody, it has been about a week since I last immersed my corn into the tub of water, as you can see from the photos. Well, this is the latest update. As you can see, well, there are many roots that's being emerged from the corn, and in fact some of the corns have actually sprouted their first set of true leaves, and some of the true leaves actually have grown much taller than expected. So this is actually the outcome of about a week. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to let it immerse in water for another couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 days. Hopefully by then there will be more new sprouted leaves and stems, so that I can actually transplant it into a pot of compost. So once I've actually transplanted this corn into the compost, you'll notice that in a very short period of time, the corn plants will actually emerge. So they will grow very fast, very tall, and very strong. And I think in about 2 to 2.5 months time, I can be expecting the first round of flowering and maybe corns by then. So I'll provide you more updates later on. So well, this is actually, as what I was telling you earlier on, that you can propagate corn plants without buying corn seeds from the supermarket or plant nursery. So using a fresh corn, and you can even get your plants. Okay, so more of this come later on. Bye. Hi everybody, just to provide you with another update. It has been about 6 days. Well, what about the development of the corn that I've immersed in water about a week ago? Well, this is actually the outcome. So as you can see, many roots have actually emerged, okay, especially at the base part where it is in contact with the water. And in fact, on top of the corn hub, well, you can notice that for some corn, they have actually got the green leaves. There's a true leaf that's being sprouted up. So some of the leaves actually have grown much taller. Okay, so well, I think in a couple of days, I will try to transplant it into the pot, but I'll just wait for more true leaves to emerge, so that once I planted the corn into the compost, well, I will have more corn plants, and hopefully that will expedite the process of producing corns in time to come. Okay, so this is just to provide you with the update. And well, we'll hope for good news. Okay, I'll provide you the next update again in a couple of days' time. Okay, bye. Hi everybody, I'd like to provide you an update about the corn. It's 9 days, and you can see that the corn has actually have more true leaves being sprouted. Well, I think it has been quite a very fast process. So this is the method that I was telling you, that planting or propagating corn plants without using the seeds, but a fresh corn instead. So the important thing about using this method is that when you immerse the corn into the tub of water, do make sure that you change the water once in 2-3 days time to prevent the water from getting moldy, which may actually cause some decay on the base part of the fresh corn, and also to prevent mosquito breeding. Okay, and then you put these tub into a partial shaded area. Of course, also important to receive some basic lightings. And once you've done that, and then you can just sit and wait. So now, with more true leaves being sprouted, I think it is about the time for me to transplant it into a big pot of compost. But I think I'm getting more, I'm getting greedier, so I'll let it wait for another 1 or 2 more days first. So that once everything, more leaves are being emerged, then I'll plant it into the pot. And with that, I think I will have many composts, which I can actually divide them into different plants and put it in different pots, so that I can have more corn plants in time to come. Okay, so until I transplant this corn into the pot, I'll sign off now, and do stay tuned for the next clip on the latest development. Okay, bye. Hi everybody, just to provide an update. This has been the 11th day. Well, you can see how the corn has actually grown up. So many young seedlings and true leaves. So now I think it's about time for me to transplant into a bigger pot. And so without any delay, I'll bring it down, and actually I've already found one big pot for it to grow, and I already got the compost ready. So well, please follow up with the pictures and the clips so that you know the updates of the corn plant. Okay, anyway, I'm very happy. So again, this actually explain how you can actually propagate, grow new corn plants without using the seeds that you buy from the supermarket, and using a fresh corn can equally does the function. Okay, so bye. Hi, good day everybody. Today I'll be planting the corn, as what I've been telling you over the past few days, into the pot. Well, the pot I've selected is actually quite small. Okay, this is quite a small pot. I thought it is a temporary home for the corn until when it actually grows much taller and higher, there I'll transplant it to the ground. So, and also keeping it in a small pot is that you have a better control on the pests and on some of the so-called insects they may crawl onto the corn plants, especially the snails, the slugs at the ends, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to plant this corn into this pot, and then I'll observe it for a few days. And then the compost I use is actually a mix of sand and some of the general compost, so you don't really need special fertilizer, at least for the time being. And then later, after I transplanted the corn into the pot, what I will do is I will actually water it with some rice water banana skin water. So that this will actually provide the basic fertilizers, which is what they call the NPK for the plant, actually to adapt well. And you can't actually use quite a strong fertilizer at this moment of the time because the plant is still considered as very weak. So over time, you know, as the plant grows taller and bigger, then you will just add on to more fertilizer content to the plants. Okay, so that's all, and then I'll show you in the next video. Okay, bye. So this is actually the pot that I was telling you. So actually, without further delay, what I will do is I will actually place the corn, okay, into this pot. It may seem to be a little bit small, but I thought it is just right about the size. And then after that, I will cover it with some of the compost, and then the so-called the basic transplanting of the corn is actually completed. So more will come later on. Okay, bye. Hi everybody, just update you. So you can see I already transplanted the corn. This time now don't do a perfect job because the corn itself is actually quite old corn. Some parts have actually rotten, but nonetheless I still cut the rotten parts away and transplanted the okay one. So as you can see, so I've just watered it with some rice water and banana skin water. Hopefully it will adapt well to the environment. I will leave it in a partially shaded area first to let the plant get used to the new environment. And in a couple of days time, if the plant is doing well, then I will move it to the sunny area. Okay, and then hopefully in time to come it will grow bigger and stronger, then I can grow it into the ground. So if rain goes smoothly, in a couple about 50 to 60 days time, I'll be expecting the first round of flowering. So wish me luck. And that's completed the entire process of what I was telling you, propagating corn plants without corn seeds but using a fresh corn. Okay, bye.